Remember that feeling? Waiting for the next Harry Potter book to come out. Like, years felt like forever, right? And Deathly Hallows, that was the big one. Saying goodbye to these characters, the whole world.
And jumping into, whoa, things got serious. No more Hogwarts being the safe haven. It's like Harry's thrown into this war, no safety net.
Right. From page 1, leaving Privet Drive, it's like childhood's over. There's no going back.
That escape scene, too. 7 Harrys in the air. Genius plan. But talk about highlighting the danger. And Dumbledore's gone, so Harry's figuring things out on his own in this really scary world.
And to make things harder, Dumbledore's will, those random things he leaves Harry. The snitch, the Deluminator, that Beetle the Bard book.
Yeah, you're like, okay, nice souvenirs, but then they're not. Each one, like a puzzle piece, crucial to Harry beating Voldemort.
It's like Dumbledore planned this whole scavenger hunt. Ethan Three's gone guiding Harry.
Right. But before we get to all that, things get kind of messy for Harry with Dumbledore's legacy. Grim old place, all those secrets. Harry finds out his hero, well, wasn't perfect.
Like finding out your parents messed up, huh? Disappointing, but also part of growing up, you know? And speaking of messy, that locket Horcrux doesn't just hold Voldemort's soul. It's like pouring bad vibes everywhere, messing with Harry, Ron, and Hermione.
Talk about testing their friendship. That locket feeds on doubts, fears, and Ron leaving. Heartbreaking how easily things break under pressure.
It's rough. They've been through so much, then that locket's magic almost breaks them. Ron leaving, it's not just the fight, it's everything they're going through, the fear.
Makes you think, how do you stay loyal when everything's falling apart? Can friendship really survive that kind of darkness?
And Harry's wrestling with that, hunting Horcruxes, carrying Dumbledore's secrets, and Ron being gone. It's wild, you know? Harry's lost so much, but he keeps going, finding those Horcruxes. It's the only thing that matters.
It's like that loss fuels him, you know?
Yeah.
Got to fix things, and those things Dumbledore left, they're the key.
Yeah, it's like those escape rooms, right? You're looking at some random thing, and bam, it's the clue, like the Deluminator.
Oh, totally. At first, you're like, okay, cool gadget, but then, lifesaver.
Right.
Literally guides them out of danger. Dumbledore's still there. Even when he's gone, it's like that light in the dark.
And that golden snitch from his first Quidditch match holding the Resurrection Stone. Mind-blowing. Makes you want to reread the whole series, see all the hints you missed.
Right. That's what's so cool about this book. It all connects. But the stone, it's not just a plot device. It's deeper. Wanting to see your loved ones again, even just for a moment. That's powerful.
For Harry, I bet it was tempting to bring them back for real.
Totally. But he uses it for courage, to face death with the memory of those he loved. Heavy stuff.
And that book, The Tales of Beetle the Bard, seemed like just a book at first. But those stories, they hold the secret to the Deathly Hallows.
Like a secret code, right? Adds a whole other layer to the story. And the story of the 3 brothers. Warning sign for Harry. Chasing power over death, it never ends well.
Yeah, the Deathly Hallows, they're tricky. They promise so much, but there's always a price.
Exactly. Look at Xenophilius Lovegood. He believes so much in the Hallows, got a little obsessed, even betrayed Harry for them.
Shows how powerful that kind of belief can be.
Big question, though, right? If we were Harry, facing Voldemort, would W.E. resist the Hallows?
I don't know. It makes you think about your own values. What's really important? Life, death, power.
In the end, Harry chooses love over power. That's the difference. And that's how he beats Voldemort.
And he's been making that choice all along, hasn't he? Right from the start, it's Gryffindor facing Voldemort in the graveyard. It's like Harry gets what's really important.
Yeah, he does. And then that moment in the Forbidden Forest. He's facing Voldemort, but it's deeper than a duel, you know. He's facing death itself.
He could fought, use the Elder Wand, anything. But he chooses to accept what he thinks is going to happen. That's got to take guts. Totally.
And in that surrender, that's when things get really interesting. He doesn't die, not really. It's like this in-between place, King's Cross, but not. And Dumbledore's there.
That whole part gave me chills. Like Harry finally gets the answers he's been searching for about everything.
Exactly. Life, death, love. And he realizes Voldemort never understood love. That's his weakness, the one thing he can't fight. And Harry, he's protected by it without even realizing it.
It's like that saying, love conquers all, but for real. But then Harry comes back, right? Still has to fight.
And that battle, talk about intense, so much loss, but also moments of incredible bravery. Molly Weasley, Neville, everyone giving everything they have.
Yeah, even in the middle of a war, seeing people stand up for what's right, it's inspiring. And then finally, Harry and Voldemort face to face, and that whole thing with the Elder Wand, proof that power's not about holding on to a thing, it's something else.
And Voldemort never got that, did he? Too busy chasing power, he missed the whole point. He loses because he never had anything else. No love, no connection, just emptiness.
And in the end, it's his own fault, his own curse. It's like all that hate and darkness, it had to go somewhere. It's tragic, but fitting, you know? But even with Voldemort gone, winning still hurts. The world's different. People are gone. It's a lot.
And what does Harry do? He breaks the Elder Wand, most powerful wand in the world, and he snaps it. That says it all, right? He doesn't want power, doesn't need to control everything. He wants to fix things, make sure nobody else gets that tempted by it.
That's the mark of a true leader. Right there. Not bossing people around, but taking responsibility, understanding, and then letting go. So the story ends, and Harry's about to start a whole new chapter. He's been through a lot, but he made it. And you just know, everything he went through, it'll change him, but hopefully for the better.
And that's what we're left with, isn't it? This feeling that even after this huge, intense story, there's still so much to think about. Love, sacrifice, courage. How do we take those ideas and actually live them, you know?
Yeah.
Especially when things get tough.
It's a good question to ask ourselves. And maybe, just like Harry, we find the strength to keep going in the people we love, the friendships we have, that spark, that hope. It's gotta be there somewhere, even when things are dark.